Hello, BookTube. I have a quick 5-package mail haul here. I am still really busy, but I didn't want to open these without you. I've gotten into the habit of opening books with you. So let's see what these are. We'll see if there's anything that's of supreme interest. That last mail haul was a kicker. that was full of stuff I wanted to read. So we'll see. Oh, great. Okay, fantastic. This comes out in February. This is Michio Kaku's The Future of Humanity. This one is his new book about terraforming other planets so that humanity can go and live there. I would read it anyway. He's one of those authors that I love to get irritated by, but I'm reviewing it, so I have extra interest. Good, excellent. The subtitle is Terraforming Mars, Interstellar Travel, Immortality, and Our Destiny Beyond Earth. And that should give you a small hint of the tendency of his that tends to make me irritated with him, which is a decided sweet tooth of his for what is known in atheist Christianity debate circles as woo. He has a distinct sweet tooth for woo. I will have to be dealing with it throughout the entire course of the book, I'm sure. But we'll see. It's bound to be very thought-provoking as well. Okay, all right. This is... wow. Okay, I didn't see this coming. I didn't request it, but it looks fascinating. This is Atlas of a Lost World, Travels in Ice Age America by Craig Childs. It says it has illustrations by Sarah Gilman. I wonder if the illustrations are in the advanced copy, so I can show you. Well, there's woolly mammoth bones underneath a cave painting of some kind, maybe. Okay, it doesn't look like she did. It looks like she did more spot illustrations than anything else. They're quite good, though. There's a skull used for ritualistic purposes. Okay, so what have we got here? Atlas of a Lost World, Travels in Ice Age America. Where did the first people come from? Who were they? What did they find when they arrived here? This book seeks to answer these questions in a startlingly vivid and ruminative and personal journey through prehistory. Tracing the arrival of the first people in North America and the distant animals and landscapes they would have encountered, the author takes us back in time to fully imagine their lives and fates. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay. Well, one of the primary features of the world that they would have encountered would be megafauna. Giant animals were the rule rather than the exception at the time. Makes you wonder. Humanity had to develop cooperative language skills and tool making. They absolutely had to do it because the animals around them were the stuff of nightmares. Beavers as big as cars, and that's just the beavers. But anyway, that sounds fascinating. I can never get enough of Ice Age. Oh, okay, great. All right, this is a. I think this is a second novel. This is by Margaret Bradham Thornton. It's A Theory of Love. And it's, let me see here. Oh my God, look at all this material. This is the book asks the question: when two people collide, are they forever attached, no matter where they are? Helen Gibbs, a British journalist on assignment on the west coast of Mexico, meets Christopher Delaveau, an intriguing half-French, half-American lawyer-turned-financier who has come alone to surf. Living lives that never stop moving from their first encounter to marriage in London, and travels to such glamorous and exotic places as Saint-Tropez, Tangier, Santa Clara, Helen and Christopher must decide how much they exist for themselves and how much they exist for each other. Okay, and Margaret Bradham Thornton is the author of Charleston, a previous novel called Charleston, and the editor of Tennessee Williams Notebooks. She's a graduate of Princeton University and lives in Florida. Okay, all right, great. So a promising novel for the spring, I believe. Yes, for May. And then we've got a couple of cardboard things, and we'll be done here. Keep an eye on my little puppy. Oh, great. Oh, fantastic. This comes out in May. I'm greatly looking forward to reading this. I won't be reading it until the new year, but it has a great write-up by its publicist, and it's on a great subject. It's The Language of Kindness by Christy Watson. It's about nurses. It's about nurses. Here, listen to this. This is what got me interested. One of life's sad truths is that all of us will one day touch illness. Whether it strikes us, a beloved family member, a friend, or at some point we will depend on the support and dignity that nurses offer in our most vulnerable moments. Watson sees it as a privilege to witness people at their frailest, most significant, and extreme moments of life, and to have the capacity not just to care, but also to love complete strangers. But the kindness nurses embody is often seen as secondary to diagnosis, medicine, and cure, which in fact nursing is often what matters most to patients. Absolutely true. In the smallest of actions, the most undervalued of professions provides the most vital care. And if how we treat our most vulnerable is a measure of our society, then the act of nursing itself is a measure of our humanity. Isn't that good stuff? I almost want to read a book by this publicist. Yet these women and men who form the vanguard of our health service remain largely behind the scenes and publicly unsung. But those of any of you who have ever, as the author puts it, touched illness, will know that she's saying nothing but the truth. Nurses run hospitals. They are the lifeblood of every care institution in the world. They are the ones who provide, as the author hints, they're the ones who provide the human touch that is the absolute essence of healing. They're not a dime a dozen. I have had occasion to know quite a few of them in my life, and some of them were generals that would have put George Patton to shame. But even them, even the toughest of them, the ones who barked orders all day long, and who had department heads and senior surgeons walking in fear, even they had what that author describes, the capacity not just to care for strangers, but to love them. An absolutely amazing thing. So I can't wait to read the book. It's a memoir by one nurse. And then we've got this last one here, and then we'll be done with this. What is this one? Oh, oh my. Okay, good, good. This is well, you've got the cover. I wonder if I can make this so that you can see it. It's My Patients and Other Animals. A Veterinarian Stories of Love, Loss, and Hope by Susie Fincham Gray, and that's going to be the cover. I just got the advanced thing here, but this is the memoir. So we had a memoir of a nurse. We also have a memoir of a veterinarian, and it sounds just wonderful. It's covered in blurbs from people who love the advanced copy, and this is the author's debut. This is her first book. Each chapter of My Patients and Other Animals is centered around and named after an animal the author has treated, drawing readers into her consulting room and behind the scenes to understand the complex challenges veterinarians face. We meet, among others, Zeke, a 16-pound silver-brown tabby who suddenly stops eating, Ned, a rescue dog from Mexico with an unexpected illness picked up from Tijuana, and Sweetie, a young pit bull terrier whose emotional story illustrates the lengths doctors and owners will go to save a patient. And when I first encountered this, I read a chunk of it, and it's wonderful. So all right. So this is great. This was not a. I'm sorry to report this was not a rant-provoking mail haul at all. So we have My Patients and Other Animals, a veterinarian's memoir, The Language of Kindness, a nurse's memoir, A Theory of Love, a second novel by someone I don't think I ever read, Charleston. So I'll be coming at this author blind. Atlas of a Lost World, a kind of it sounds like a more of a textured reimagining of prehistoric America. And The Future of Humanity, where we terraform other planets because we've ruined this one. So there you go. That's a quick 5-book mail haul, and we'll move on from here. I'll see you soon. Thank you, BookTube.